now. We've got to try and, even if we do some damage here, we've got, oh look at that, what a shot, sir. My compliments to the chef. Greetings and welcome to episode 41 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Knights of St. John campaign. And this, my friends, how I left it last time, where we had an epic battle, my friends, to finally rid ourselves of one of our most fiercest foes, Britain, my friends, and a massive battle here in Edinburgh, with which we had to throw absolutely every ounce of our strength at the garrison here in Edinburgh to take Edinburgh and to finally collapse the empire that has dogged us, that has been a thorn in our side from absolutely day one. We've finally done it, but as you can see, everything is burning. The armies are in tatters. The economy here in Britain has taken an absolute beating, not only from our own invasion, but also from the sheer fight that the British put up there. It really was a brutal fight. We can only imagine what a potential war with the Dutch might be. If that's a fight you get from an island nation, you can imagine. Look at the sheer magnitude of the Dutch Empire. It is unsurpassed. It really is absolutely incredible. Now, of course, as many as the council have called upon, we have to replenish, rearm and reinstate all lost troops here, because we have had not only losses from battle, we've also had desertions because of course we haven't had any money to pay the troops. We've also got many wounded that need to be sort of put back together, as it were. So we have to really take our time. We are going to take a few years with which to get ourselves back on our feet, because we have thrown everything we have at Britain. All these armies constitute our main firepower. They really do. All of our main sort of apparatus of war are here in Britain. Now, of course, we've got still a good swathe of India under our control. The main sort of mineral wealth and indeed other wealth is in our control in the south here. This is predominantly the wealthiest region here of India. We've also managed to get Bengal as well up here, which again is in itself quite a rich region for ourselves. But the majority of our income here in India has been secured because we did manage to get the most prosperous areas of India. But as you can see, we've still got a huge Dutch fleet here. Look, they still own and contain Ceylon here. They could hit us and we would have nothing about it. The sheer firepower at the hands of the Dutch is quite extraordinary. We are allied with Spain, thankfully, so they do have Ahmednagar here, and they also have Malwa here as well. There's Eugene, and of course we've got our erstwhile allies in Mughal. There have been calls from some of the council members that we actually take all of India for ourselves, effectively launching an attack upon our allies and taking all of India, bringing all of India's wealth into our fold, as it were. Now that is something we might do in the future, but at the moment we have to take stock of where we are. We don't want to really sort of stir any sort of muddy waters with any other nation, particularly the Dutch. We have to keep the Dutch at arm's length. Now that's not to say they might move against us anyway, because of what we've done to the British. If we can have a look at our diplomatic standing here. Hostile, -20, 126. There's every single chance that they might attack us. There's a very, very strong chance they might attack us. If not next year, then within the next couple of years we're going to be attacked by the Dutch. Unless, of course, they are being pulled into the fight. Now, who else are they at war with? Now, they're at war with Austria, Russia, and the pirates. Now, Austria, I think, has vanquished itself to the New World. And talking of the New World, we have had a call from the council to actually take, as you can see here, Jamaica and Bahamas here, which are, of course, now fallen into pirate hands because of the fall of Britain itself. We can take Jamaica, we can take Bahamas, which we are going to do. And look at that, even Rupert's Land here is also under rebel control. Why have they got a pleasure gardens there? But look at that, fully upgraded a commercial basin. Excuse me, my friends, everything here is at full strength. Not a massive region in terms of its wealth prospects, but my goodness me, it does give us a stepping stone into Canada. And we've even got our allies here. Look at this, look at the Mughal Empire. They've taken quite a few here. That is extraordinary. Now, of course, 13 colonies here. Haven't quite seen that. We've also got, of course, Newfoundland under our control, with a sizable army here, which we could actually use to move against the Bahamas. I believe we've also got another army here. Indeed we do here, so we will probably we will definitely be using these armies to take that, because replenishment and repair are going to be vital here. I'm not 100% sure where the Austrians are. There they are, in Portugal. They've got Portugal left, and I'm hoping that the war with Russia will keep the Dutch busy for a long while yet. They have taken Kiev here. We have allies here with Sweden, but hopefully we can hold our own until we get ourselves at full strength. If it comes to the crunch, we will in fact launch a full attack against Amsterdam. Mark my words, my friends, we shall not stand idly by whilst we are sort of bamboozled and sort of swatted out of sight by the Dutch. We will simply attack the absolute capital, the heart of the Dutch Empire, Amsterdam. And now it is within easy reach. So that is capable of doing that. And of course, we are trying to ramp up our production here. Even Cambridge has been hit here, which, as you can see here, we're having a free trade doctrine, which is going to prove incredibly important for us now, because the growth bonuses from that are extraordinary. Citizenship, of course. Look at that, minus 10% recruitment cost. That's fantastic. But again, we've got to balance that with the very, very likely chance we might even have a rebellion here, unless it's quashed quite quickly, which it might well be. Now, of course, we've got a lot of repairing to do, so we've got to spread and eke our money out as best we can. 55,491 coming in. Of course, the trade has opened up again now. Apart from America here, which is taken with the furs here, but everybody else fully open and operational now, which is good to see. Now, what else we can see here? Oh, and also a huge call from many of the council members that Morocco is taken with all due haste. So I think we might be sending an army, or two armies at least, into Morocco to bring all of North Africa under our control. The ports here as well will do a service well. Of course, we've got an ally here in Tripoli here, and of course another ally here with the Ottomans. And are the Ottomans, and actually they're allies with the Dutch, the Ottomans. That is surprising, but good for us, because it then provides a very, very solid base of imports from trade. We've also got to get our own fleets up and running here, because it's not really acceptable. These ships aren't really fit for purpose. So, but now we've got the full operational capacity here of Britain, which includes the naval hospitals. Now we can indeed, sir, start. Look at that. What a wonder. We will be putting first-rate ships into line here, but my goodness me, they cost an arm and a leg. Right, let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens here. Fingers crossed the Dutch leave us alone, but there's every chance they might go move against us. I would not be surprised at all. Unless, as I said, have they just moved in further into Russia here? No, they haven't. That's good. That is good to see. Ottomans giving themselves to themselves, but that is a very powerful Ottoman army there. Looks like they're getting themselves ready for something here, but what? We don't know. What will Russia do? How will Russia respond to the magnitude of the Dutch? And I wonder if we can work on the hypothesis here that perhaps the Dutch will be more interested in what Russia is doing. We can only hope that Russia can hold out. They should have the troops and indeed the economy to do so. We've got Sweden, who are an erstwhile ally of ours as well. Of course, New Spain, Morocco, Mughal Empire, Afghanistan, and indeed the Pirates. Now look at that. Bengal. Hang on a minute. Hang on just a minute. The clamour for reform is really because we don't have the troops here. We're going to have to replenish and repair here, my friends, without a shadow of a doubt. Because the lack of troops here is hitting, and look at that. This college here, they've hit the college. They're not happy with the college at all. That's going to affect this here, our machine rifling, which we need for Army Staff College. So that's going to have to go into there. That's okay here for the moment, but again, these troops need to be replenished and gentlemen. Thank you. So we'll bring them back up to full strength. And again, very, very close to... because of course we've been losing those troops. We don't have the troop strength to garrison the cities. We have to look after our home base cities, as it were. Once we've got these up to full strength, we can then, of course, begin to bring that. But if there's going to be a rebellion here, we will crush it. We shall not hold back, I can assure you. Look at that, 5,000 commercial basin. We've got still a lot to do here. Army Staff College, bringing in those troops, but we must focus on our latest conquest. 19 here, so Bengal is well under our control, but again, we shall bring them up to full strength. Look at that, 4,080 there. That's jumped hugely there. Ah, there it is. Of course, we were expecting a rebellion, and there it is, sir. Oh, look at that. British Fusiliers, like cavalry sharpshooters, we're definitely going to send some armies down here to deal with this, but we knew it was on its way. We definitely want to open up this port here, 500. Let's get all of these up to full strength here. Our troops shall want for nothing, sir, but however, we cannot have the British here loitering. See? Loitering with intent. We've got to defend this London, because I can absolutely guarantee you they will be coming for London, all guns blazing. Somerset House will be replenished and repaired. Again, we have to eke out our money here very carefully. Government chambers, that's definitely going to be replenished. So the barracks, and so the guns. Cannon foundries. Now, we're going to send a few of these armies down here to deal with this rebellion. Now what we're going to do is we're not going to be believe we've got everything we possibly can here. Nothing else needs to be replenished and repaired. This does here. I do beg your pardon. This here as well. We will invest where we need to. We are not afraid to do so, sir. Let's bring this army and island, which, look at that, took an absolute thrashing there. And here as well, we've got to be prepared for anything that comes out of the woodwork towards us, and that includes the Dutch. Now we've got to quash this rebellion quite quickly, so we're going to move troops into the area, into the region to deal with this. I think an army group will suffice. This will be the army, I think, that will deal with the British.
Altri ordini, signore. Uomini, avanti! Mio sire, pronti, in marcia! Di ordini.
I think we can end this pretty promptly. I know that we've got the Fusiliers here, and if this was a full-scale army, we would take the fight, but I think we can just deal with this one. Yeah, that was excellent. And we can now deal with them.
Sì, mio sire. Pronti agli ordini.
And let's actually take all of these off so we can fight, and then we can replenish and repair as we need. Because the guards here were the last ones to desert. They actually stayed very, very long for us here. And again, gone. Rebellion crushed. And now back under our control. And now we can replenish this and repair this here. On the bridge here, just in case. Now we can put the money into this to replenish this army here. And indeed the one here in London. Gentlemen, please. That's good. Especially the Marines. The Marines are absolutely vital there. Now we do have 2646, as you can see here, look at that. Plus 1 to morale in battle. Plus 1 to morale in battle as well. Here also. Got some good. We were expecting the rebellion, which we have dealt with promptly. I think we get the Royal Observatory up as well, because that will probably... Yeah, see, plus 2 happiness here, which we need to do. Definitely get into under control here. Actually, we've got the Naval College here, which enables Marines with experience, which will be important. And here, 12-pounders. We haven't upgraded to full here, but we can get 12-pounders here, which is... Again... 61,000, my goodness me, that is extraordinary. Now we need to get these gentlemen as well. To here.
Ordini ricevuti, capitano. Sì, vostra maestà. Ufficiale sul ponte. Ancora in perfetta efficienza.
And this army here, which was an absolute stalwart in the fighting. 4,000, my goodness me, that's an extraordinary sum of money. I got Denmark, we're at peace with Denmark, so we are starting to build and put armies back together here, but it's going to cost us dear. It's also going to take a considerable amount of time here. The fighting was extraordinary. We can only hope that the Russians can hold off the Dutch for as long as possible and keep them busy for as long as possible. Look at that Ottoman Empire army there, that's a wonder. They've also got Nizam as well, which is a formidable foe there. We can only hope that we can keep the Ottomans on our side, and with that income there, which has just jumped significantly here, it could be. But again, we want to get these armies here. Ooh, clamour for reform is going to really kick us if we're not careful. We've got to get this army back up to full strength. Let's end the turn. As the council recommended, we've got to take our time here to replenish and repair. Hopefully the Dutch will give us that time. Hopefully their battle with the Russians will keep them busy, which is exactly what we need. Did we just see the Russians take back territory there? We've also got Spain, who seem to be in a little bit of a sorry state. They've got quite a few tattered flags there. Look at the Russians. They really are starting to send troops all over. Could we see maybe an invasion of the Ceylon, perhaps? 'Cause I'm not sure if that there, unless that's just an extension of Moscow here. Wittenberg, Afghanistan. Nothing from them. And pirates who are just going to, yep, there they are. There they are. I mean, we'll yeah, listen.
La flotta è perduta!
So we have to deal with the pirates, I think. Oh, a rebellion? Wow. Are you serious? A rebellion? Wow. That is extraordinary. I think then for that, to that end, we're going to recruit 2 more regiments here. We're going to have to bring this to an end, because otherwise the rebellion will grow and grow and grow, and we will be in trouble. But what we mustn't do is panic, because panicking will get us anywhere. Well, they can go on strike if they wish, but that will not serve any purpose at all, mark my words. I think we might have to, and as the council also recommended, we actually send a spy into the Dutch territory here. I think that might just prove very, very useful there. We could get armies. Look, would you look at that? Fusiliers, Fusiliers. Army board. That is phenomenal. We almost got Army Staff College as well, which is even better. Infrastructure is strong, but I think our army's going to have to take precedent here. Look at these gentlemen here. They really have fought a wonderful, about 5,000 to replenish them. I'm going to send this gentleman, I think, here to get him across into the Dutch Empire and see what they're up to there.
Siamo pronti.
I think we can also start investing in the navy here. We're going to get 3 admiral flagships here. We can't get anything else. That's going to be a real shame. That is. It looks like our naval capacity is going to be, because of course we don't have quick lime and sauerkraut just yet. Okay, looks like we're going to have a few things. Oh, look at that! Look at this! My goodness! Yeah, that's okay. We know that was coming. Let's get the cloth mill up and running here as well. Absolutely maximising our potential here. I think we don't need this here at the moment.
Avanti,
No,
in marcia!
gentlemen.
Avanti,
Don't be
in
silly,
marcia!
don't be silly.
E la corona! Sì, mio sire.
Okay, we'll leave that there because it gives us a bonus there for that. And here as well. Infrastructure is good. Army, what can we get from the army here? Oh. Grenadiers, Fusiliers. Oh, that's a wonder. Engineers as well. Look at the. Oh. Now that is. Oh, my compliments to the chef, sir. But we've got to keep an eye on everything here. No one must go unreplenished and unrepaired. Everybody has worked incredibly hard to get us up and running here.
I vostri ordini, maestà.
we've got to be prepared for anything. And that includes, just in case the Dutch move against us here. No, it looks like this is just an extension here of Russia. Yes, it is. It's Moscow. So it moves into here. This is what we can see here. Yeah, Moscow. So they haven't moved anything any further. Looks like there's a bit of a stalemate here. Any fighting on the front? There it is. Oh, look how close they are to Moscow. All of this is burning. Wow. That is extraordinary. Even here, the fighting is extraordinary. We can't get anything here at all. No, gentlemen. Oh, we almost had that. Punch card loom. Well, that was my mistake. What I wanted to check was, what will this give us? We can't actually get any first. We can't get our own heavy first rate, so we're going to have to rely on, as it were, lower powered ships, as it were. We simply cannot get the first rates. We can get 3 admiral ones, but that's it. That's our entire possibility for us now. How are our armies here doing here? Because of course we've got And what are you doing here? Actually, we can probably increase this commercial base in here, which we must invest in our economy as well. So we need to have that coming out of... Look at that. Excuse that little bit of a problem there, my friends. Right. I've got that there. I think we'd like to increase our income from the New World. I think that will prove dividends for us. Oh, look at that. Definitely here. Definitely here. 800 there. 160 here coming out of the Martinique. So I think we will do that. Got the Dutch here as well. We've got to be careful. We don't have the forces just yet to move in against the pirates, but look, they're starting to build a comprehensive army here. We've got to deal with that as well. And this army here as well has to be replenished and repaired. All of them do. And that's what we're going to do, my friends. That is exactly what we're going to do. Got this ship here, but it's not doing any harm at the moment. I think it might be in our best interest to start upgrading our economy here. Looks like Britain's got everything upgraded here at all. Everything is upgraded apart from here. Maximising that. But can we maximise? Yes, we can indeed. If we can, we can't upgrade this one here, but can we upgrade this one? We can. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money going into there. Right, let's upgrade our. This port will do an upgrade here. Got to deal with this rebellion here, otherwise it's going to grow and grow and grow. So I think what we will do, recruit 3 more regiments here just to deal with this and put an end to it once and for all. This army's being replenished here. It's going to take a while for them to get themselves back on their feet. It really has been a brutal time for us, but we might even be able to move into some of the trade areas with additional forces. Look at that, 102,000 income there from just trade alone. Hopefully now we can start to see an increase. Let's get that replenished as well. And let's get this repaired here as well. Let's get those upgraded. Gonna make the most of what we've got here now. I think that's all we can do at the moment. Looks like our Indian holdings are going to be hit, but again, we're just going to have to wait and see what happens there, my friends. And hope for the very best. But we've got some income here coming in from the New World here. 13 colonies and Sweden as well as coming in through here, which is excellent to see. Then they divert off to here, into Sweden. How has Sweden got Prague? That is unusual. Anyway, let's end the turn. Let's see what happens here. We've 69,000 coming in now. Look at that. Our trade is going up. Oh, it really is booming at the moment now. A trade. My goodness me. We've got to get... Actually, I think what we will start doing is increasing our fleet strength. And on the back of that, I think these third rates are probably going to be our best option. We're going to get 3 of them as well. So our ships are limited what we can get. It really is limiting us, incredibly so. But we've got to make the best of what we've got. Let's end the turn, my friends, see what happens here. Provinces. Hopefully the Dutch will keep us along. Hopefully their war with Russia will keep them busy, which I'm thinking it's going to, for now at least. Spain, who we are allied with, and hopefully that will continue that alliance because it is a very strong alliance. If Spain went against the Dutch, I don't think they would be able to cope with the sheer magnitude of the Dutch. But as you can see, Russia seems to be holding its own here. Because Russia, it extends effectively from the west all the way to the sort of the Urals, as it were, right to the almost to the far east. As you can see, very strong backbone there of the Russian forces. Louisiana took a little bit of a beating there as well. I'm not quite sure what this new span. Oh, well done, sir. Looks like they're hunting down the pirates. Would you look at that? Now that's going to be a difficult hold here because, mind you, we are in a fort. We have brought in these gentlemen as well, coming from the ports. But this is good. We should be able to. We've got the cavalry, so we have got the cavalry to hit them here, but not many in troop numbers. That's going to be the real problem for us. But we've got to hold on to Karnataka. If we can't, then we're going to have to bring in troops from elsewhere to deal with them. But as you can see, having the troop numbers here and having the losses we've had, that's going to really hurt us. We've got to juggle our forces here and try and hold this off. Cavalry is going to be crucial, so are the guns. Let's begin. Got to hold off this rebellion here. If we can destroy this rebellion and hold out, we will set ourselves fair here for the future. But again, we can't allow them to take. Even if they do, we will move an army in and take it swiftly. Right. Oh, so the architecture on these forts is exemplary. Look at this. Oh my goodness me, I absolutely adore this. Look at that. Now, we know where they're going to come from. The cavalry is going to be crucial. And look at the topography here of the battlefield. What a wonder. Now, we can, of course, put our cavalry here because we can use these trees to hide in, and that's perfect. These are going to be, we can hit and run here. We've got very, very, very limited troop numbers here, but the cannon again is going to prove pivotal. We've got mortar. And of course, we've got in very, very limited troop numbers. If you excuse any noise here in the background, my friends. Well, why have we got 2 stacked upon each other here? We're going to have to be... I think what we have to do is defend the middle if possibly can here. And here as well. Stretching our troops as far as we possibly can here and adjusting as we go. Excuse any noise in the background, my friends. Someone has just woken up and demanding my attention. I shall be right back, my friends. Sorry about that, my friends. And of course it's starting to rain. Now, with very limited forces, we're going to be shuffling our forces back to and fro quite aggressively if need be. We've got to work with what we've got here. We will be shuffling forces here. Our cavalry are going to be prove pivotal here. Let's begin. Oh my goodness me, they're all over here. See, they're an endless rabble. Now, they're coming in from here. We get these gentlemen in straight away. We might even be able to attack them from outside with them. Unless you're here. Gentlemen, get onto the field. We need you as quickly as possible here. That's it, lads. Yes. Got them. Into them, lads. Lancers are the best they've got. Yes. They're gone, sir. They were no match for the order. They're no match for the order at all, sir. Into them. Oh, this is a wonder, this is a joy. Ceasefire. Let the cavalry deal with them, sir. Spare no one. Spare no one. That's not gonna stop us, sir. Get into them. Get into them. That's more like it. Destroy them, lads. If they wanted to fight, then they've got it, sir. Yes. Cut to ribbons. Cut to shreds, sir. escape. Oh, this is a wonder. This is a wonder to see. Yes. Let's drag them off the horses. They've gone. They've gone. They've had enough. Yes. Have at you, sir. We've held, sir. Look at that. We lost 140. They lost almost everything. Away with you, sir. Away with you. Excellent. Still minus 13. That's a big amount, but we are not going to allow them. We'll repair it and we'll replenish it. It's as simple as that, sir.
Signor sì.
We're getting there. Slowly starting to see these armies now.
Vostra Maestà.
Now we can replenish and repair these.
Servo vostro, signore.
If this army group is up at full strength, it can stand its ground against a formidable foe. That's good. That's good to see. Yes, at full strength here. Look at that. 1906 killed. Excellent. Now we've secured here. And let's increase our two more regiments. Just making sure we're absolutely secure here. We do need to really boost our naval. Oh, look at that! We've got nothing here. We can get sauerkraut here though. Preserve foods. Our options here in terms of our naval facilities are incredibly limited. We can't get anything at all here that's going to match those other Western nations, which is going to prove a real problem for us. We'll increase that port here and indeed here. Got to throw our money where it's needed now. We've got to invest in our economy. Well, we can. Well, we have that money now. This army being replenished is indeed. What does it need? Tunis. We can get Army Staff College as well now. Ah, look at that. Metal roads. That's going to increase even further. We haven't had that for a while by the seems of it. Once we've got that army up and running here, we are going to move against Morocco, as the council has requested. Potent force there, but we've got our own potent forces available soon. If the Dutch decide we've got got two agents here which we're going to send into Europe. And
Piegare le vele. Ordini, capitano?
Sono al vostro servizio. Non posso farlo.
Ordini, capitano? Vele
Cerco
spiegate.
riparo.
Pronti all'azione. Alla via così, capitano.
two agents now in the Dutch Empire, and it is going to be, we're going to search far and wide here to see what we might be up against. Where their weaknesses might be, we'll definitely be looking at Paris. We'll also be looking in the towards the east as well, towards the Amsterdam. We're looking for that hole, that that place where we can strike if we need to, should I say. Everything up here at full strength, everything here as well. Then we'll get a gunnery school. We'll also get an army board, and also a gunnery school as well.
Servo vostro, signore.
These do need to be brought up. Oh, why are these gentlemen being replenished? We can get 3. Oh, of course, we haven't done those just yet. We are going to need one powerful ship here, or fleet, should I say. Again, let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens. I know we haven't moved in against here just yet. They're not ready yet. These armies. Why are these armies not being replenished? Thank you, gentlemen. This army is... Oh, that's more than under control. We might even send this army down from Newfoundland down to the Bahamas here. And in Jamaica, once this army is ready here, we'll do the same. Okay, let's increase our port. We've got to spend the money while we've got it here. So we've got that infrastructure ready. 3 more turns. That's a lot of money coming in here, look at that. 25,000, probably the most of any nation. And Austria's here in Savannah as well. We do have an excellent trade with New Spain. Right, let's end the turn, let's see what happens. Austria. Come on. Don't bother with us now. Leave us alone. You have nothing of interest here. Nope, Spain. Excellent. Ottoman Empire. Russia. Russia. I think Russia might be possibly looking to build a force that's going to push the Dutch back. They haven't done so yet, but however, I can see it happening. Ah, now where are they going? Afghanistan pirate. Oh, look at that. Now they're starting. Now they're starting.
Scappate!
Ritirarsi!
Oh yes, we got an agent in Bengal as well. That is fantastic, but I think we're going to deal with this
Preparate le truppe alla
right
battaglia!
now.
In marcia! In marcia!
And look at that. Now it's under our control. That's over. Everything back up to full.
Ordini, capitano.
Look at that. It was not going to affect us for long. It just wasn't. That is dealt with. Replenished and repaired. Oh, look at this. Fantastic. I think we're going to upgrade everything we possibly can here now. We're going to make sure that everything that can be upgraded will be upgraded. Goa. Excellent. Is there anything else we can invest in here? Well, we've got the chance. The college, but that's going to increase. Look at that, -5. We've got to watch. That clamour for reform, it will. Excellent. Oh, again?
I vostri ordini, maestà.
Oh, Brunswick. Dragoons, but they've got a lot of cannon there. I think we're going to deal with this once and for all here. This is getting silly. Until we can quash this, we're going to have to deal.
Servo vostro, signore.
And look at these. Some of these regiments are absolutely obliterated.
Mio sire.
But thankfully this one's now at full strength and running. So is this one here. Look at that. Looking excellent here, sir. And the coffers are beginning to flow again, which is good to see. Look at these admirals, my goodness me. Now, can we get any more? We can't. We can. That is a shame that our resources are so limited. That is a real shame. Because we just simply can't compete with the bigger fleets. Excellent. Oh, that is a shame. Now the justice there is not good at all. So he's going to have to be replaced. Absolutely replaced. Why is he here when he's absolutely a fantastic treasuryman? Look at the treasury. Look at that. That is extraordinary. I mean, look at the naval. My goodness me. We need someone who's going to really... Aha. Harsh reputation might be the gentleman we need indeed. He shall be moved into justice. And look at that there, straight away. Repression. And it should be brought under control. It's gone down to 17 here, but still better than it was. We're going to quash this rebellion, my friends, but not until the next episode. And we're going to check Paris here. Let's just check air. Oh, that's well defended. That is well defended. Let's check Amsterdam here as well. Not as well defended as Paris, which does surprise me. They haven't increased that there, but my goodness me, look at that. Paris is... Wow, they've brought the absolute kitchen sink here to this. Now that is... Oh yeah, they're starting to bring the big guns out here. Only 3-pounders, that is unusual. Let's just check. Further, I think probably further down towards Italy we'll check. Just to keep an eye on what's going on here. And actually, if we're going to be fighting, we'll probably be fighting along into Strasbourg. So we're going to check every possible nook and cranny here to make sure that we find out their weaknesses. There's nothing in here either. They haven't got anything here defending these. This is very, very weak along this border here. If we could, the main choke point would be Paris. And in fact, their growth is not of the finest. But look at that, 14,000 income. That is extraordinary. We do have an army here, or not an army, more of a strike group. But they're weak here along this front. These Brussels and Amsterdam would be taken probably straight off the march. So that wouldn't be too much of a problem. But Paris would be a real battle. I mean, you'd have to get knee deep into Paris to really dig your way into that city, because it's incredibly well defended. But again, we're not going to be sidelined idly by. We are going to attack this British force here, this rebellion. And this, my friends, is how we're going to start next episode, with a battle against this rebel force here. This rebellion will be crushed, and hopefully we will bring Britain and indeed London and fully under our control. We do, of course, have troops in London, but of course it doesn't look like they're quite enough just yet. But however, we shall not stand by and let our conquests be severely depleted by these rebellions. We will crush these rebellions regardless of the cost. It will be done, my friends, mark my words. But anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode, my friends. As always, thank you for your wonderful advice. It's been absolutely fantastic. It really, really has. We've started to replenish and repair as the council has recommended. We're also going to be looking at Morocco and also the New World. Next episode, we will be moving our armies from their current stations in the New World to take the Bahamas and Jamaica. But again, my friends, I thank all of you for your wonderful, wonderful advice. It has been exemplary, always, always is. But I thank you. It has been an incredible episode and incredible sort of campaign thus far. And I hope you've enjoyed it, my friends. Whatever you're doing, please be safe. But until next time, bye for now.